All right, welcome back into Sports Drive, everybody. Joining us now, Riley Robinson, News Channel 10's Riley Robinson, and also tonight, TPSN's Riley Robinson, joining the TPSN crew for tonight's Randall Canyon matchup.
I mean, what can I say? I'm a jack of all trades? Is that how it goes? I mean, what can I say? But
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm super excited, yeah.
I know. It's been something we've been talking about for a while and trying to make happen, and tonight, you're going to get to call the game for one of the biggest basketball games that's going to happen here in the Panhandle.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'll be on the call with Lucas Kinsey tonight. He's been super helpful already. I've really just been looking at stats. I could probably tell you everything about every single one of those players already. But I've just been looking at stats, kind of making some notes, going back through the Sports Drive interviews that we did with all four of the coaches the past couple days, Preston and I. So really just getting ready for the game. I'm super excited. As you said, it's going to be an exciting matchup. Boys and girls should be both a great game. I mean, both the boys coming in ranked. Canyon girls number 4 in the state rankings, but Randall girls, I mean, they'll put up a fight. We both know that Canyon and Randall girls are both 4-0 in district already, the only 2 undefeated teams left in the district. But after tonight, there'll only be 1. So it'll be super exciting to see both of these games play out.
Yeah, it will be really interesting, and we'll start with the girls game a little bit, because in that one you kind of have this matchup where it's Canyon, who it's just a great program, great system, that with Coach Lombard, just been built up over time, and you talk about the epitome of kind of team basketball. And then on Randall's side, you got Sadie Sanchez leading the way, who's one of the best players in the Panhandle, and that's going to make for an interesting matchup, and it'd be interesting to see just how Canyon even chooses and kind of tries to hone in on Sadie Sanchez and contain her a little bit.
I agree, and I've seen both of the teams play multiple times already this season, and I talked to Coach. I know Coach Schulte, you just said girls. But boys and girls, they're two totally different. Like, both boys teams and both girls teams are totally different styles of play from each other. They both have great talent on all 4 teams, but just kind of honing in more on the girls. You have a Canyon team which Coach Lombard said in the Sports Drive the other day, that he doesn't have one 20-plus point player. Right. He has 5 or 6 players that are going to score 8 to 12 points, which that can get the job done as well. But they're also not a big fast break running team. We kind of saw that in their game against Tascosa. Yeah. That really kind of hurt them, because Tascosa was just all around the floor fast. But then you have a team like Randall, great talent on the team, great players, but obviously they have Sadie Sanchez, who's putting up a lot of points for them. So they have that one star player. I mean, they also have very complimentary players to her that are going to put up 8 to 10 points, but it's not as, I guess, frequent as the Canyon girls have 5 or 6 girls each night scoring at least 8, 10, whatever. But like I said, they have 2 different styles of basketball there. You have Sadie Sanchez, who can run the floor very well. She has a couple other players that can run the floor well to complement her. But then you also have a Canyon team, as we've talked about, that has a different style of play. They like to set up their play. They like to pass the ball around, look for the open shot kind of thing. And it's kind of with the boys as well. You have a fast Randall team that runs up and down the court, and both the coaches were kind of talking about it yesterday. Coach Schulte was saying yesterday kind of how they're opposite, because his team likes to really set the play up, pass the ball around, compared to the Randall just fast break up and down the court. So it's going to be really exciting to see, because both of the styles work for the teams. So having both of those styles clash is just going to see, who can take the game over.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talk about, that kind of how that matchup works and the coaching on both sides. And, one of the really interesting things that, we just heard Toby talk about was Coach Walthall, just the fact that she's one of the best Canyon basketball players during her time there, and now facing her former team. And it's not something we've, never seen it. We see it a few times when there's that kind of crossover. Yeah. But it's always interesting when you have, a coach who has some sort of connection, whether they played at the school or whether they, coached at the school as an assistant or something along those lines, and then go to the rival, and how that dynamic all plays out when they face off in the matchup. And it's just another wrinkle into tonight's rivalry that just adds to it.
I mean, yeah, it's already going to be a crazy atmosphere. I think I saw Toby actually the other night at West Plains when I went Tuesday night to film their basketball game for the boys, and he said that he would not be surprised if it's a sellout. And all the coaches, I talked to Coach Broadhurst and Coach Schulte yesterday, they both were like, I'm having to send this link to all my friends and family ASAP so they can get their tickets. And so, as you mentioned, that's another wrinkle into this game. Already, we know how the Randall high school atmosphere is when they play at home, how that student section's right there. We've talked about it. If we said it once, we've said it a million times, just about how it was in volleyball, football as well. But then Canyon's going to bring, their own student section as well. But we do know that Randall kind of has that upper leg, having their students right at your face, basically. But, yeah, it's going to be another wrinkle. The atmosphere is already going to be great. Should be a sold out. According to Toby and all the coaches, it should be a sold out matchup there. And it's just going to be interesting. Like you said, Coach Walthall, she best player at Canyon during her time, went to go play at Texas Tech after. So she has, a lot of strings, attached. I mean, I don't know. I can't put myself in her shoes, but that'd be kind of interesting, weird almost, playing against your alma mater.
Yeah.
And,
especially when you were so kind of like decorated at your alma mater. You're someone that the school can look back on and say, oh, we're so proud of, and, not that's not still true, but it's just a thing of where the school, you'd be so connected to it, celebrated to it. And now it's like you're coaching for the rival. It's like, it's such an interesting dynamic when it's like, yes, we still, praise you, everything you did for the school, everything you did for CISD, and CISD's at the end of the day all family anyway. But tonight, it's maybe that one night where you say, well, now we're not a fan of Coach Walthall tonight anymore, just for one night only.
Yeah, no.
At least on the Canyon side.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting. As you said, CISD, we've kind of seen they're just a big family in the end. They're all rivals. It doesn't matter if, I know we talk about the West Plains Randall rival, then we talk about Canyon Randall because they were like the two OG teams. And even Canyon West Plains, we saw them play a few times. Still big rivalry. So, but at the end of the day, as you said, they all come together. I feel like, they're all very close. I know probably the students are close. Just when I was a high school student, I knew every single person in the school right next to me as well. So it's just interesting to see, this is big family. They are going to be rivals for tonight, but at the end of the day, all the coaches have said it's really cool because we've coached for so many years, like going head to head against each other. And then at the end of the day, we just call each other and just chat about the game. That's what Coach Broadhurst said. He did the Coach Cogburn after the West Plains Randall game because, he coached Coach Cogburn, at Randall. Yeah. So he was just like, yeah, at the end of the day, after the game, it'll be about 9 o'clock. We just call each other and chat about the game. It's just really interesting to see how, yes, they're all rivals for tonight. There's obviously going to be one rowdy student section and another rowdy student section. But at the end of the day, just a big CISD family.
What are you expecting as far as, calling the game and what it's going to be like, how the atmosphere is going to play into that? And obviously, it's going to be hard to, just with the headset and everything, just with the noise and everything, that's going to play into it too.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking about that because I commentated a few games where I went to college, and it was a radio broadcast as well. And even then, it was kind of hard hearing. Hearing your, the play-by-play, because I did color commentating as well in college. So hearing the play-by-play person is kind of hard. I can't imagine what it's going to be like tonight in that kind of atmosphere. I'm going to have to be like this close to him so I know when he quits talking. I don't know. But, yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. As I said, I'm doing a lot of research. I feel like I know all these kids like the back of my hand now. I don't know. It's just fun. But I love doing it. It's just another great aspect of what we do here at News Channel 10 with the TPSN. And super excited to just, be a part of it. The lovely Mike Roden. I'm sad. Not sad. I know Lucas Kinsey is great, but I definitely want to call a game with Mike sometime in the future, eventually. But yeah, I'm super excited. Lucas has been great. I know he does the WT broadcast, and I had him on Sports Drive the other week as well. And so knowledgeable, especially because I know he's a counselor at West Plains, and he does a lot of games for TPSN and Mike. So knowledgeable about it all, and I'm just super excited. He's going to be a great partner to do it with.
All right, Riley Robinson, catch her on the call tonight on TPSN or newschannel10.com, wherever you want to tune into the game. We'll have links up on both. Riley, thanks so much. Good luck on the call tonight.
Of course. I'm super excited. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Riley. We'll be right back to wrap things up on Sports Drive after the break.